Good evening. The Security Council has approved the following press statement on the situation in the eastern DRC. The members of the Security Council express deep concern regarding the rapidly deteriorating security and humanitarian crisis in Eastern Democratic Republic of the Congo, DRC, due to the ongoing military activities of the 23 March movement, M23. The members of the Security Council strongly condemn the resumption of attacks by the M23 and demand their immediate cessation, as well as the cessation of any further advances towards the city of Goma. The members of the Security Council demand that any and all outside support and supply of equipment to the M23 cease immediately. The members of the Security Council strongly condemn the continuation of grave violations of international humanitarian law and human rights law by the M23. They express their intention to apply additional targeted sanctions against the leadership of the M23 and those acting in violation of the sanctions regime and the arms embargo, and call on all member states to submit, as a matter of urgency, listing proposals to the 1533 committee. The members of the Security Council express deep concern regarding the increasing number of displaced persons and refugees and call on all parties, in particular the M23, to exercise restraint and to allow safe, timely and unhindered humanitarian access to those in need. The members of the Security Council call on all relevant states to use their influence on the M23 to bring about an end to attacks. The members of the Security Council reaffirm their strong commitment to the sovereignty, independence, unity and territorial integrity of the DRC. The members of the Security Council commend the active steps taken by the United Nations Organization Stabilization Mission in the DRC, MONUSCO, to implement its mandate, in particular the protection of civilians, and encourage the continuation of these efforts. They emphasized that any effort to undermine MONUSCO's ability to implement its mandate will not be tolerated. The members of the Security Council reiterate the importance of the efforts of the ICGLR to resolve the conflict and find a durable political solution. They call on the United Nations Secretary General to continue his good offices to facilitate enhanced dialogue between relevant parties and to report to the Council on the evolution of the crisis in the coming days.
Were there any discussions about Rwanda's role in this fighting, backing the M23, especially that Rwanda is coming...
There was a general discussion, and that is captured in the press statement regarding external support, and that all countries, so it was in that context.
Did Mr. Latsu give any sense of who, there was a ceasefire in place between the FARDC and M23. Who broke the ceasefire, and also has Kibumba been retaken by MONUSCO or not?
No, we didn't have any discussion on the ceasefire and who broke it. The meeting was called, emergency meeting was called at the request of a member state because of the situation as it has evolved. And the Undersecretary General for and the DPKO, my dear friend Mr. Hervé Latsous, will be briefing you on other aspects. I'll just take a few questions on the press statement.
It doesn't mention the expanded joint verification mechanism, which was the thing that was set up by the ICGLR in September to deal with issues like this. Was there a discussion of whether parties should be filing complaints with it, or that it should have an extended
I think there
role?
is something which points in that direction in the statement, yeah.
You mentioned sanctions. What would you have in mind?
Well, I think the reference is to, and this was a view expressed by several members, additional sanctions. What those will be, what form they will take, will need to be considered. Yes?
The group of experts has recommended imposing sanctions on the defense minister of Rwanda, other Rwandan officials, and also M23
Commanders.
individuals. So what do you expect the Council will do? Might they follow the group of experts' recommendations that were made to the Sanctions Committee this week?
Well, all I can tell you is that there is that sentiment that there will be need for additional sanctions is captured in the statement. So I just draw your language to that. I don't want to speculate on what the Council will decide. We are not at that stage just as yet. But you know, there is a particular committee which is again referred to in the press statement where proposals will be received and a considered view will be taken. And I don't want to jump the gun. I mean, that's where individual countries will make their recommendations and then the Council will take a view.
On the sanctions, can I ask you one question? Rwanda has complained that it's written a number of letters to the committee questioning the objectivity and impartiality of the coordinator of the group of experts, Steve Hedge. And they've, at least as of a few days ago, they said that they have received no response whatsoever from the committee. Are they writing to the wrong place? Is it your role as president to respond? Who's supposed to respond?
Well, let's look at it this way. In all these situations, there is a group of experts. The group of experts presents its analysis and makes recommendation. The Security Council committee, which is mandated, will then have to make an assessment of those. So when there are allegations, parties will respond to those allegations and give their version. That is the forum where these assessments will be made, not only in the case of Rwanda, but also other places. Somalia, Eritrea committee, which I chair, is exactly the same pattern followed there. So I think communications are being addressed exactly to the right place. After the Sanctions Committee has taken a view on those recommendations, then it comes to the Security Council. Just last question and then I leave it.
Is the matter of Gaza is a matter of concern for the Council?
Oh, it is very much so. It is very much so. We had an emergency session here day before yesterday. The matter is again, the Council is seized of the matter, and let me assure you both the seriousness of the situation and the urgency are just before the Council, even as we speak. Thank you.